And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today on my latest episode. But first off, before we get stuck into all the boss Liverpool topics, I really want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you that watched my last video and dropped a like on the video as well. It goes a long way and I really do appreciate all your support, everyone, for the absolute legends. Everyone, I've got a packed show for you. I'll run through all the topics that we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, cracking bit of news to start off the show about Jamie Carragher helping another fellow Liverpool fan out. That's a cracking start. Obviously, then we got Jordan Henderson. Dejan Lovren's talking about his leadership's qualities in which he's shown for England. So I've got the quotes on what Dejan has had to say on our skipper. And obviously, we're going to the Naby Keita news. Just got a little tiny bit of news on that. I think it's probably already know it anyway, but I'll let you know what that is. Danny Ings and Divock Origi. Obviously, Danny Ings, his future has been cast into doubt. Got all the latest on that from Paul Joyce, on all the well-respected journalists, on the latest going on around Danny Ings. We can all talk about that in the comment section below after very much. And then we're going to, obviously, the last two. Obviously, James Milner. He was on Twitter last night, good old James, sitting there probably with his tea bags and his cup of tea, about 10 cups of teas, watching obviously the Portugal game and obviously the Spanish game versus Morocco. Huge debates in VAR, and won't do a long talk, but I've got all of his quotes and what he's had to say on Twitter, and James asked the whole of Twitter, and I'll ask you as well on the channel your thoughts on VAR as well. So we'll go on to, and obviously the last story. Guillaume Balaguer has put the nail in the absolute coffin of the Asensio rumour. Hallelujah. I know he's only on my last video, but Guillaume is obviously a very well-respected journalist over in Spain. I've got his quotes on that story as well. I know it was a huge talking point on my last video, but yeah, everyone was kept on asking me after I released my video, but he's the main man in the know in Spain. So let's get cracking into the news, everyone. Obviously, Jamie Carragher one. This is Bob Brown on LFC's official LFC Supporters Club of Washington, D.C. Today, my family got a package at home through the Royal Mail. There was no information on the sender when they opened it. The package they saw, they needed to bring it to me open. It came from the 23 Foundation, and that I have contributed to in the past. When I opened the package, I saw it was a custom Liverpool kit, hashtag number 23, and it was signed saying, "To Bob, best wishes, you'll never walk alone, Jamie Carragher." I was so overcome with emotion. My favourite player wishing me the best in my fight. Some suspects from the gifts, and I thank them immensely. We are Liverpool. That is an absolute crack, and as you can see there, it's all going around Twitter. Top man, and look at that, Jamie Carragher with the thumbs up. Top man, Jamie. Bob, whatever battle you're going through, looks like you're in hospital, mate, but really do hope you're alright as well. Everyone around the world, if you're suffering with anything, keep on battling. We're all together. And obviously, Jose Enrique on my last episode, but that was a class gesture by, obviously, Jamie Carragher. Him and his wife do a lot for the 23 Foundation. Absolutely amazing work both of them do as well. Dejan Lovren has hailed real leader Jordan Henderson. I am definitely proud of Jordan Henderson, who is showing through all the season that he had a great season. And even with the mental fatigue, he shows that he is a real leader to Liverpool and also the English team. And he goes on to conclude, I hope they can go as us, and maybe somewhere we can meet later on. Oh, I tell you what, everyone. So that was just a small one on Dejan Lovren talking about Jordan Henderson. Tell you what, if we look at Jordan Henderson, just a quick one. When we've been watching England, Jordan has been doing what Jordan's been doing over the last 12 months. Instrumental, obviously, in the Champions League run. And I think a lot of fans and players around England have actually took notice. Because I tell you what, if Jordan Henderson was not at Liverpool and maybe make him either Spanish or obviously a German player, and the possibilities of us signing Jordan Henderson, if he wasn't at the club, every single one of us would be like, right, throw 50, 60 million pounds, because that's how good his performances have been in this World Cup and over the last couple of months. Absolutely spot on. So we're going to the next story now. As you can see there, Naby Keita. Naby Keita is set to be the first player to wear number 8 since the departure of Steven Gerrard. We talked about this in my last video, but it was as expected. He has asked Naby Keita for the iconic number 8 shirt, and it's very much looking like he is going to be getting the number 8 shirt. When it's officially on Liverpool's website, but it's looking very, very much so that he's getting the number 8 shirt. Are you happy to see Naby Keita wearing the 8 shirt, or would you have liked another player maybe to come in? Do you think Naby Keita is a big enough player to obviously wear the number 8 shirt? For me personally, I think he's got all the attributes to fulfill what it means to wear that number 8 shirt. We've had an absolute legend, leader, an icon at this football club. And when I've watched Naby Keita, but when everyone speaks about him, you think this man has got a lot of character about him and someone that can fill that jersey very much so. So we're going to, obviously, the Danny Ings news. Now, today, it has been coming out from Paul Joyce and a lot of other journalists. Danny Ings, this is a quote from Paul Joyce. Danny Ings has decided to look for a move from Liverpool. Tough decision, but wants to play regularly. Lots of clubs will be interested. Liverpool would be happy for him to stay. Apologies, everyone. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on this. This is a bit of a mad one. We can just talk about Divock Origi slightly after this. But everyone, let me know your thoughts. I wish him all the best. If it is the case, Danny Ings does leave. He's at an age now, I think he's around 25, 26, might be a slightly older. But for me, it's so annoying that he didn't get a proper run at Liverpool. The only reason, obviously, Jurgen Klopp is allowing Danny Ings is because Danny Ings to go in terms of a possible transfer is because the character in which Danny Ings has shown over the last 2 seasons, always been in that rehab room, constantly working on his fitness, and he's a absolutely sound fella by all accounts from what's coming out of Liverpool Football Club. Danny, at the end of the transfer window, if you're at Liverpool Football Club, as Paul Joyce said, then Liverpool would like for him to stay. But do you understand now, because obviously we've got Bobby Firmino, we've got Dom Solanke, is Divock Origi coming back? Are we getting another striker? There's so many options and variables that could happen. Everyone, let me know your thoughts. Would you like to see Danny Ings? But for me, I would love him to go out to Newcastle. Boys, everyone, because there'll be a whole host of top clubs after him. I think the last 3 windows, lots of clubs have come in for him. Big £20 million offers for them. So there's going to be takers and there's going to be suitors for Danny Ings. And if he goes to another Premier League team and starts banging in goals and gets in this England team, we'll be absolutely buzzing for him. But where does this leave Divock Origi as well now? Everyone, there's been a lot of talk. Would you like to see Divock Origi replace Danny Ings and hopefully get a full season under his belt at Liverpool like he did the season before last? But his loan spell at Wolfsburg didn't do everyone the best of cases. Didn't really impress. I think he ends up with like 4 or 5 goals. But even before he was at Liverpool, when he did have his seasons, his full seasons, he averaged around 10 goals in all competitions. But he's going to be coming back to Jurgen Klopp and the lads. And Jurgen Klopp's going to look at Divock Origi and be like, you haven't really done it when I sent you away. So what is the case? Everyone, let me know your thoughts. Sell or keep Divock Origi? Let me know your thoughts. For me, I would personally get rid. So this is obviously the James Milner. He was talking last night on Twitter. He asked everyone, thoughts on VAR, anyone? Absolute shambles for me. Then he goes on to say, in reply to not VAR's fault, it's the referees. They still need to make the tight decisions and attempt to utilise the different angles they're being given. So obviously this is a response to that tweet. But if we still aren't getting the correct decisions, then why bother at all? Goal line technology, goal, no goal, quick, easy, correct, great use of technology. VAR could have 2 people using it, 1 on field and 1 off. I was speaking to a lot of my mates and yous have been talking about it. Let me know your thoughts on VAR. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you want to see it implemented into the Premier League? For me, I hope it will, because Liverpool will get about 30 pens every single season. We've seen how many penalty decisions we didn't get last season. And people would start getting some penalties at Manchester United. Nice. But yeah, no Howard Webb. As long as Howard Webb isn't in that studio in the VAR room, I'll tell you what. But yeah, I'm for VAR, but for VAR being used in the correct manner. Because I think, like as I mentioned, using your mates in the pub or in your house, it's alright it's still up to everyone's interpretation. Like that Ronaldo swing from his elbow last night, there was like four of my mates going, and we all were split on the decision. Should he have got a yellow and should he have got a red? Obviously he ends up with a yellow, but let me know your thoughts. I like VAR, but it needs to be ironed out. And I think this is why the World Cup is happening, and it's good that England, it's Liverpool then, England have been getting some decent penalty shots. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on VAR. And then we're going to the last story. As you can see there, Ian Balaguer has put the nail in the coffin in terms of this Asensio news. On Asensio, Liverpool have not made an offer and have no intentions on making one. Of course, they see their huge potential, but no indication Real want to sell. They don't. Or him wants to leave. He doesn't. So that's the end of that. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Everyone, thank you very much. I was only going to do a quick one on that Asensio because I've done a whole show on my last episode anyway. But thank you very much, everyone. Apologies that it's a long video. Just wanted to get all the latest news in for you. If you like this video, drop a like. It goes an absolute long way. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in another video, everyone. If any news breaks, I'll be here first. And you'll never walk alone, everyone. And enjoy the sunshine wherever you are in the world. Cheers.